Chapter 54. Maya's POV. The apartment felt too small. 65 vouchers. I paced the length of the living room for what felt like the 100th time, bare feet slapping softly against the hardwood floor. My phone was clenched so tightly in my hand my knuckles ached. The curtains were half drawn even though it was still daylight outside, the city muted and distant, like it belonged to someone else's life, someone normal. Ethan wasn't home yet. He'd said he was going to grab groceries. Or take a walk. Or clear his head. I barely remembered which. All I remembered was that Derek was supposed to text me. I'll let her go after I scare her enough. That was what he'd said. Casual. Confidence radiating from him like this was nothing more than a favor. I checked my phone again. Nothing. My stomach twisted. This is fine, I muttered, stopping in front of the window. He's just busy. Probably laying it on thick. That's all. I turned away and forced myself to breathe. In through my nose. Out through my mouth. It was supposed to be a lesson. A warning. Something to make Angela finally understand that she didn't get to keep orbiting Ethan's life like some tragic, wounded saint. I'd told myself I was protecting what was mine. That I was just leveling the playing field. That Angela would cry. Maybe beg. Then go home shaken, but alive. Unbroken. My phone rang. I jumped, my heart slamming straight into my throat. I snatched it up without looking at the caller ID. Derek. Maya. Vanessa's voice cut in, sharp and breathless. I froze. Have you seen the news? What news? I asked, even though I already knew I wouldn't like it at all. There was a pause, like she was bracing herself. They found her, Angela. She's in the hospital. The police are investigating it as a kidnapping. The word hit me like a physical blow. Kidnapping. My blood turned to ice. What? I whispered. No. That's not possible. That's what they're saying, Vanessa continued, panic bleeding through. They found her in some warehouse. Drugged. Liam was there. It's everywhere. That was not what we planned, Maya. What the hell happened? She asked, but I didn't answer. I couldn't. My knees gave out. I sank onto the edge of the couch, phone pressed to my ear, the room tilting slightly. Drugged. Warehouse. This wasn't what I'd agreed to. This was supposed to be a scare, I said, my voice barely there. That's all. He said he'd let her go. I told him to let her go after he scared her. I didn't know she'd be drugged. Maya, Vanessa said carefully, this isn't just messy. This is serious. This is. I know what it is, I snapped, suddenly loud, suddenly angry. I know exactly what it is. I hung up before she could say anything else. My hands were shaking now. I tried to call Derek. 12:12 Monday, January 26 GR. Chapter 54. 55 vouchers. Straight to voicemail. Pick up, I hissed, pacing again, dialing him a second time. Pick up, voicemail. My pulse roared in my ears. He's going to pin this on me. The thought bloomed fast and vicious. Derek was reckless. Unstable. And I'd paid him. There were messages. Transfers. A trail that led straight back to me. This wasn't the deal, I whispered, dragging a hand down my face. This wasn't the deal. I stumbled into the bathroom and flipped on the light. The brightness made me squint. I gripped the edge of the sink and stared at my reflection. I barely recognized the woman staring back. My hair was a mess. My eyes were rimmed red. My skin looked pale and tight. There was something hard in my gaze now, something sharp and unfamiliar. When did that happen? When did I become someone capable of this? I'm not a bad person, I told the mirror. I'm not. But the woman staring back didn't look convinced. My phone buzzed again. I flinched, then exhaled when I saw Ethan's name. Hey, I answered, forcing warmth into my voice. What's wrong? You sound. Have you heard about Angela? He cut in. He sounded shaken. Distracted. She's in the hospital. Liam won't let me see her. I swallowed hard. No, I lied smoothly. I didn't know. Oh my God, is she okay? They won't say much, he replied. The police are involved. I'm trying to help but He sighed. Liam hates me right now. As he should, a traitorous voice whispered. That's awful, I said softly. Is there anything I can do for you? I don't know, Ethan admitted. I can't believe this happened to her. Neither could I. We hung up a minute later, Ethan promising to keep me posted. The moment the call ended, my expression collapsed. I didn't have time to feel guilty. I needed to protect myself. I grabbed my phone again, fingers flying as I scrolled through my contacts. I called my first friend, Mandy. Hey, I said brightly when they answered. Random question, can you post that photo from last weekend? The one with the 4 of us. Maybe say we were all hanging out yesterday too. Just in case anyone asks. She laughed. Sure, why not? 1 down. I called another. Same request. Same easy agreement. By the 3rd call, my chest felt tight, but I kept my voice light. Casual. Normal. Then I called Vanessa. There was a long silence after I explained that I didn't know and I couldn't reach Derek. He was her contact after all. This is a bad idea, she finally said, quietly. We should tell the truth, before this gets even worse. No. Maya. The truth will destroy us both, I cut in, my voice cold now. You think the police are going to care about intentions? About what was meant to happen? They'll bury me. She was kidnapped, Vanessa said, horror creeping in. Anything could have happened to her. This was not the plan when I gave you Derek's number. For goodness sake, she could have died. But she didn't, I snapped. And she doesn't remember anything. They already said that. There's nothing to tie this to me if. 12/12 Monday, January 26 G. Chapter 54. We stay quiet. This isn't who you are, Vanessa said softly. 75. 65 vouchers. I let out a short, brittle laugh. You don't know who I am anymore. I ended the call and sank back onto the couch, my heart pounding. Mind racing. Somewhere across the city. Angela was lying in a hospital bed, surrounded by people who loved her. Protected. Watched over. And I was sitting here, stitching lies together like armor, telling myself this would all blow over. That it had to. But deep down, beneath the fear, beneath the justifications, one thought wouldn't let go. This didn't end when Angela was found. It started there. Tian. Archer. Love Beyond Human Limits, Daniel Moore. Recommended series.